What's going on, guys? County Gains back here again with some more Eminem, one of my personal favorite rappers of all time, guys. This one's called The Kids. This one is from his earliest album, I believe Marshall Mathers LP. I haven't heard this one since I was like legit 15 years old, guys, and now I'm 27, so what's that, 12 years or so, a long time ago. So this one should be absolutely crazy, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is pretty much the first time me reacting to this again, because listen to some old Eminem. You know, everyone always says old Eminem is the best Eminem, so we're gonna check it out, guys. Let's get straight to it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like I said, man, and let's go.
And everyone should get along. Okay, children, quiet down, quiet down. Children, I'd like to introduce our new substitute teacher for the day. His name is Mr. Shady. Children, quiet down, please. Brian, don't throw that.
Shut up!
Mr. Shady will be your new substitute while Mr. Kniff is out with pneumonia.
He's got AIDS.
Good luck, Mr. Shady. Hi there, little boys and girls.
Fuck you.
Today
Yeah, so this is obviously a play on South Park, guys. This is supposed to be Mr. Mackey, the principal of South Park, you know, in the cartoon South Park. This is supposed to be Mr. Mackey, and then Eminem is, you know, uses Cartman's voice as the rapper. But yeah, absolutely fire, guys. Obviously Eminem loves Batman, he loves the Punisher, he loves, you know, cartoons like South Park and The Simpsons, and he uses references all the time in his younger stuff, you know, in his younger days, man. He uses references to South Park a lot, so it's fire. Let's get it.
new substitute while Mr. Kniff is out with pneumonia.
He's got AIDS.
Good luck, Mr. Shady. Hi there, little boys and girls.
Fuck you.
Today we're gonna learn how to poison squirrels, but first, I'd like you to meet my friend Bob. Say hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Bob's 30 and still lives with his mom. He don't got a job, cause Bob sits at home and smokes pot. But his 12-year-old brother looks up to him an awful lot. And Bob likes to hang out at the local waffle spot and wait in the parking lot for waitresses off the clock when it's
Bob sounds like Jeffrey Dahmer, guys.
late and the lot gets dark and fake like he walks his dog. Drag him in the woods and go straight to the chopping block.
Yes, I do remember this. Sounds like Jeffrey Dahmer, guys.
And even if they escaped and they got the cops, the ladies would all be so afraid they would drop the charge. Till one night, Mrs. Stacy went off the job when she felt someone grab her whole face and said not to talk. But Stacy knew it was Bob and said knock it off. But Bob wouldn't knock it off cause he's crazy and off his rocker. Crazy good as Slim Shady is off the blocker. You couldn't even take him to Dre's to give Bob a doctor.
That's sick. So crazier than Slim Shady is off the vodka. Eminem had a serious alcohol problem back in the day, guys. You know, you can see him on stage drinking a full bottle of vodka, like just straight up 70 cl. What's that? A liter of vodka, just straight up. Like, he had mad drug addiction back in the day, guys. You couldn't even take him to Dre's to get Bob a doctor. So, you know, he's referencing Dr. Dre there. You couldn't even bring Bob, this guy Bob, he's talking about killing all these women, who is just basically like a waster. Eminem's just describing a waster, right? A guy that doesn't do anything, no job, just does nothing, right? He said you couldn't even get him to Dre's to get him a doctor, so that's fire, guys. Little double entendre there. Let's get it, boy.
Crazy good as Slim Shady is off the blocker. You couldn't even take him to Dre to give Bob a doctor. He grabbed Stace by the leg as he chopped it off her and dropped her off in the lake for the cops to find her. But ever since the day Stacy went off the wander, they never found her, and Bob still hangs at the Waffle Diner. And that's the story of Bob and his marijuana and what it might do to you. So see if the squirrel's born if it's bad for you.
So yeah, he's basically playing off a joke there. He's saying that's the story of Bob and his marijuana and what it might do to you. Basically saying that like marijuana makes you kill people, which obviously everybody knows that it doesn't, guys, right? That's literally, marijuana shouldn't even be classified as a drug. You know, if you ever listen to like police and stuff in America, they always say that marijuana doesn't do anything. It's literally like the chillest thing ever. Alcohol is the one that kills, you know, that makes people kill people, like cocaine and drugs like that. So Eminem's kind of playing off that. You know, he's like, oh yeah, if you smoke weed, you're gonna go get high and start killing people, or so the media says. But it's not actually true, guys.
So see if the squirrel's born if it's bad for you. See, children, drugs are bad. And if you don't believe me, ask your dad. And if you don't.
So Mr. Mackey in South Park always says that drugs are bad, okay? You know, he's always like, drugs are man, okay? All this kind of shit, right? Mr. Mackey's jokes.
And if you don't believe me, ask your dad. And if you don't believe him, ask your mom. She'll tell you how she does them all the time. So kids say no to drugs, so you don't act like everyone else does. And there's really nothing else to say. Drugs are just bad and hard. My penis is the size of a peanut. Have you seen it? Fuck no, you ain't seen it. It's the size of a peanut. fiend.
Damn, bro.
You know what else is bad for squirrels? Ecstasy is the worst drug in the world. If someone ever offers it to you, don't do it. Kids, 2 hits will probably drain all your spinal fluid. And spinal fluid is final, you won't get it back. So don't get attached, it'll attack every bone in your back. Meet Zach, 21 years old. After hanging out with some friends at a frat party, he gets bold and decides to try 5 when he's pried by 5 guys.
5 ecstasy pills. Holy shit. I've never tried ecstasy, guys, but I would imagine taking 5 is probably too much. God damn.
Then decides to try 5 when he's pried by 5 guys. And peer pressure will win every time you try to fight it.
Man, his near rhymes, like his rhyme scheme back in the day, 21 years old, after hanging out with some friends at a frat party, he gets bold. Kind of reminds me of the guilty conscience, rhyme scheme. And he decides to try 5 when he's bribed by 5 guys, and peer pressure will win every time you try to fight it. Fight it and 5 guys doesn't rhyme, but in this context, it kind of almost sounds like it rhymes. So yeah, M's old school rhyming scheme was just the best, bro. Nowadays he's like on a different planet, guys, than every other rapper. Nowadays, I know people don't like to listen to his new music, but if you listen to Alfred's Theme, if you listen to a lot of his new stuff, Godzilla, his rhyme scheme is just on a different planet. He's the best rapper for sure, rhyme scheme wise. Maybe Nas is up there as well, but this is just ridiculous, guys. Biggie as well. The 3 of those are just top tier. There's nobody, I think, that comes really close to those guys. But yeah, the near rhymes as well are just fire.
Guys, and peer pressure will win every time you try to fight it. Suddenly, he starts to convulse, and his pulse goes in a hyperdrive, and his eyes roll back in his skull. His back starts to look like the McDonald's arches. He's on Donald's carpet, laying horizontal barfing, and everyone in the apartment starts laughing at him. Hey, Adam, Zach is a jackass, look at him. They took it too, so they think it's funny. So they're laughing at basically nothing except maybe wasting their money. Meanwhile, Zach's in a coma. The action is over, and his back and his shoulders hunched up like he's practicing yoga. And that's the story of Zach, the ecstasy maniac. So don't even feed that to squirrels, class. It's bad for you children.
Why does he keep talking about feeding it to squirrels? There's got to be some sort of like reference there, or some sort of underlying meaning there. So basically, Zach took 5 ecstasy tablets. He's in a coma. Now he's paraplegic, guys. That's not good.
So don't even feed that to squirrels, class. It's bad for you children, drugs are mine. And if you don't believe me, ask your dad. And if you don't believe him, ask your mom. She'll tell you how she does them all the time. So kids say no to drugs, so you don't act like everyone else does.
Smoke crack.
There's really nothing else to say. Drugs are just bad and kind. And last but not least, one of the most humongous problems among young people today is fungus.
So he said that marijuana can make you become a murderer. Ecstasy can make you get killed because it'll drain your spinal fluid. And now the last drug he's talking about, this new Mr. Shady is coming in to give a lecture to the classroom of kids, saying that the last thing is now fungus, guys. Fungus, as in like mushrooms. Magic mushrooms are the worst, right? Really bad.
It grows from cow manure. They pick it out, wipe it off, bag it up, and you put it right in your mouth and chew it.
That's actually true. I think magic mushrooms grows off cow dung.
Yum, yum. Then you start to see some dumb stuff, and everything slows down when you eat some of them. And sometimes you see things that aren't there. Like what? Like fat women in G-strings with orange hair. Mr. Shady, what's a G-string? It's yarn, Claire. Women stick them up their behinds, go out and wear them. Huh? And if you swallow too much of the magic mushrooms, whoops, did I say magic mushrooms? I meant fungus, your tongue gets all swole up like a cat.
Yo, that rhyme scheme is nuts, guys. Whoops, did I say magic mushrooms? I meant fungus. And then, hold up, I meant fungus, your tongue gets... He does these like really weird, intricate rhyme schemes that nobody really notices, but back in the day, his rhyme was just crazy. Listen to the way he says this, guys. It sounds way different than any rapper ever sounds. It's just crazy.
G-strings, yarn, Claire. Women stick them up their behinds, go out and wear them. Huh? And if you swallow too much of the magic mushrooms, whoops, did I say magic mushrooms? I meant fungus, your tongue gets all swole up like a cow's tongue.
That's fire.
Cause it comes from a cow's dump. See, drugs are bad.
Your tongue gets swole up like a cow's tongue, cow's dung. Like, he has these crazy, just 2-line rhyme schemes, but it's just so, to me, it was always just the best. I always just loved that early Eminem. It was just sounded just epic. And he was telling a story and also making it funny. You know, sometimes rappers take their shit way too serious, guys. You know a lot of rappers that take life way too serious, bro. I hate that, bro. It's like, come on, chill out, bro. This is fire, though. This is fire, though.
Cause it comes from a cow's dump. See, drugs are bad, it's a common fact. But your mom and dad know that's all that I'm good at. But don't be me, cause if you grow up and you go in OD, you're gonna come for me. And I'ma have to grow a goatee and get a disguise and hide, cause it'll be my fault. So don't do drugs and do exactly as I don't, cause I'm bad for you. See, children.
So, you know, Mr. Shady wasn't the worst substitute teacher, guys. You know what I mean? He actually was lecturing the class on some pretty knowledgeable stuff. Don't do drugs. It's kind of a joke, though, obviously, guys, because he does all these drugs, you know. He said that him and Dr. Dre locked themselves in the studio for 3 days and took ecstasy and cocaine all day long. And over the course of 3 days, they made, you know, the Real Slim Shady and Marshmallows LP. I think it's the Marshmallows LP or Real Slim Shady. One of those albums. So, yeah, guys, it's kind of a joke. It's like a play on drugs. They're saying they're really bad, but actually they really help their creativity and the ability to make them millions and millions of dollars, basically. So, yeah, it's kind of funny, guys. A lot of people don't even, you know, register that, guys. They're all, you know, they're kind of making fun of drugs, but this is what, you know, made them famous like crazy. So, there you have it, man.
Drugs are bad. And if you don't believe me, ask your dad. And if you don't believe him, ask your mom. She'll tell you how she does them all the time.
It's basically saying, don't believe me about drugs are bad. Ask your mom. We all know Kim, guys. He always talks about his mom. Kim is always doing drugs. You know, she always takes Xanax, put Xanax in his meals. So brutal, guys, brutal. Eminem's dissing his mom in every song, and this is brutal.
So kids, say no to drugs. Say no. So you don't act like everyone else does. Like I do. And there's really nothing
like I do.
That's right. Drugs.
You know the ad libs at the end, guys. It's not saying It's literally him saying I do. If you guys catch that.
So kids, say no to drugs. Say no. So you don't act like everyone else does. Like I do.
Like I do.
Nothing else to say. That's right. Drugs are just bad and good. Come on, children, clap along. Sing along, children. Come on, clap along. Drugs are just bad.
That's class. South Park's gonna sue me. I love that. I love that. They didn't, guys. They didn't sue him. Mushrooms kill Kenny. Kenny, obviously one of the characters that dies in every episode of South Park. That was absolutely fire, guys. I don't remember listening to any of those songs from way back in the day. So absolutely fire, man. Eminem, the kids. Mr. Shady was in for a substitute teacher, while Mr. McKay, or whatever his name was out with AIDS, guys, not pneumonia. So hope you guys enjoy that, man. Please leave in the comments down below other songs to react to by the early Eminem. I'm gonna be doing a reaction to loads of his stuff. I love you guys all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.